Today, I'm going to share 5 video tips for social media marketing to help you get more eyes on your video content. I'm Luke with the Subtitle team, and I believe there's no better way to grow your brand online than through video marketing. With video, not only do you get the opportunity to add value to your audience through your knowledge and expertise, but also you get the chance to showcase your unique personality and build that personal connection with people. So no matter where you're at in your content journey, these 5 tips will help you optimize your video to drastically improve your video's reach. Number 1, write a compelling headline. Remember, on social media, the person who can capture the most attention wins. And realize that you're competing for people's attention. And so in order to get your audience to stop scrolling in the newsfeed and click on your video to watch, you need to first draw them in. Now on YouTube, you have your video title and thumbnail to help you do this, but on social media, you really don't. So what you can do is add a headline to the top of your video that stays up there for the duration of the video. And you can add one of these with just one click using our tool, Subtitle. When writing your headline, it needs to be eye-catching enough to spark someone's interest and get them to stop scrolling in the newsfeed. But it also needs to be clear enough so that they know exactly what they're going to get once they press play. To write a compelling headline, think about the last marketing email you opened or the last YouTube video you watched. What was it about that subject line or title that made you click? On top of it being about the subject that you were interested in, it probably teased some bit of juicy news that you wanted to learn about or promised to unlock some secret tips. So apply these principles as you're writing your headline, and you can also check out the free headline analyzer by CoSchedule. Check out the link in the description below. Now, even if you get someone interested to watch your video through a catchy headline, something that may still deter them is your video's length. So we need to optimize the right length for your video. Understand that most people browsing through social media have a much lower attention span and are not willing to watch a longer video on social media than they would maybe on YouTube. And most of these social platforms measure something called video retention. Now this is the percentage of the video that someone watched. So if someone drops off halfway through watching your video, this is not a good sign to Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, and they are not going to show your video to as many people as a result. Now, the ideal video length for you will depend on the platform that you're posting on, but we want to use this as a rule of thumb to make your video as short as possible, but as long as it needs to be to still create a quality video. So for example, TikTok allows you to upload up to 1 minute of video, but just because you can upload that long doesn't mean you should. Often it's the 15 to 20 second videos that perform the best on there. And on LinkedIn, which supports up to 10-minute videos, is actually the 1 to 2 minute videos that perform best on that platform. So aim to be as concise as possible in your content, that way people are engaged the entire time. And as a way to help you do this, you can create a short outline or even a full video script to help you stay on track. But if you find you're still having trouble fitting all of the content you want to share into a short video, consider trimming it up into several videos to encompass all the points in your video and share it on social media. Or you can create a video teaser which shows a short clip from your full-length video and then link it back to your YouTube video. Alright, now it's time for a pro tip. Use Subtitle to add a progress bar animation to your video, and this can act as a subtle hint to your audience that watching your video won't take up too much of their time. Point number 3, resize your video for maximum exposure. On social media, you'll often see these videos that have been resized from a typical widescreen aspect ratio to square or vertical. And the reason they do this is because it takes up more real estate in the newsfeed. Remember, the person who can capture the most attention wins. So I recommend resizing your video to maximize your exposure in the newsfeed. For Facebook or LinkedIn, square works best, and for Instagram, actually the 4:5 portrait aspect ratio will take up the most space in that newsfeed. You can accomplish this quickly and easily at subtitle.com. With our tool, just upload your widescreen video and then resize and crop it to the aspect ratio of your choice. And of course, for these other video platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, or YouTube Shorts that only support vertical videos, you can also resize your video to vertical. By the way, if you've been getting value out of this video so far, be sure and hit that subscribe button for more video marketing tips in the future. Tip number 4, add video captions. We now know that over 80% of videos watched on social media are being played on mute. Where someone may be browsing social media while in a boring meeting or in a public place with no headphones, many people are not going to be able to enjoy your video because they can't watch with the sound on. Just think about how many views you could be missing out on because of this. And this is why adding video captions is an absolute must. It allows people to get your message even with the sound off. And even for those scrolling through social media with the sound on, you may have noticed that many of these social platforms will autoplay their videos on mute. So similar to adding a headline, adding video captions can also spark someone's interest to unmute your video to watch. Now, adding video captions has traditionally been a very tedious process, or at least an expensive one to outsource, but Zubtitle makes this process effortless. When you upload your video, Zubtitle actually detects the speech in your video and converts it to open captions automatically. And then it's super easy to make any spelling or timing adjustments to the captions, and you can even style it to match your branding. Tip number 5, optimize for engagement. Now again, there are so many social platforms that support video content now, and each one is going to value a different metric within their algorithm. Some may value total watch time or video retention, while others might value the amount of times you watched a video, and still others might value likes, shares, and comments. Do your own research to figure out what this is for the platform that you're posting on, but what you can do is take that information and use it to inform your decisions for any elements you may need to include in your video to encourage that sort of engagement. So for example, on LinkedIn and Facebook, their algorithm really values comments as a deciding factor for whether or not they're going to show your video to more people. So based on knowing this, you may want to end your video by asking for some sort of feedback or asking a question that will encourage people to write their answer in the comment section below. A key form of engagement on TikTok is actually when someone watches your video more than once. And so you may want to figure out how are you going to get someone to watch your video over and over again. So make sure and optimize your video for the right form of engagement. And also check out Zubtitle.com to optimize your video with a headline, progress bar, video captions, and much more. Visit Zubtitle.com in the description below to try it out for free. Also, check out some of our other videos on screen and subscribe for more video marketing tips in the future. Thanks for watching and keep creating.